This is a severe weather alert day on KSLA News 12.
Hey again, everyone. We have declared tomorrow severe weather alert day here for the Arklatex. Threat for severe weather unfortunately looms large as we head into tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and likely through the overnight hours as well. So this may be a prolonged period of time where we are tracking the potential for severe weather. As promised, here's the latest hour-by-hour forecast. Is just updated at 10 o'clock. So this is the very latest information. So I'm going to take you through it here. We'll go ahead and start you off tomorrow afternoon. There's not much that's going to happen tonight, tomorrow morning. Some clouds will move back in. Little else to talk about. But as we head to the heat of the day tomorrow, that's when we're going to start to see shower and thunderstorm activity really begin to flare up. This is 2:30 in the afternoon. We'll march you forward to 5 o'clock. And look at how quickly showers and thunderstorms are developing here across parts of the Arklatex. East Texas, southwestern Arkansas, perhaps even portions of northwestern Louisiana going to be in play for the stronger storms tomorrow afternoon and on into the evening hours. And we talked about this before. You're getting some of these storms up here in the purplish color. That's at the very tail end of the scale, and at times we're seeing some black showing up in these, which is off the scale, which means very intense thunderstorm activity tracking through. In fact, here you see it around 7 o'clock in the evening. And again, northeast Texas, northwest Louisiana, southwest Arkansas, likely going to be under the gun for that severe weather threat. Most likely, we're going to be under a tornado watch tomorrow afternoon into the evening and perhaps the overnight hours as well. So you do need to stay weather aware for that potential. Now, these initial storms that pop up in the afternoon and evening, still expecting that a lot of this activity will work its way on into parts of central Arkansas by 9 in the evening. But after that, we're not done. We've got a cold front coming in from the west, already seeing storms beginning to develop along that from DeQueen back to the west of Longview, Texas. So this will be a secondary surge of severe weather, which comes through the Arklatex overnight into early Saturday morning. 11 o'clock in the evening on your Friday, Texarkana back toward Marshall, Texas. That's where the strongest storms will be found, and these will continue to advance eastward past midnight, likely reaching the Shreveport-Bossier area at that point, and then everything will continue to work their way off to the east through the late night hours, and still very intense storms showing up here around 3 in the morning as they're exiting the eastern and southern parts of the Arklatex. It does look like by 4 or 5 a.m. we're likely done with the threat for severe weather. May have some lingering showers through the pre-dawn hours on your Saturday, but we'll quickly start to dry things out and maybe even clear out a little bit later in the day on Saturday. But again, some of these storms coming through could be fairly intense. I showed you that enhanced risk for severe weather earlier in the newscast. I want to break it down a little bit more, putting some different colors up here. The purplish color, we have a 30% chance for seeing severe weather within about 25 miles of any given spot. And you do see these black lines, this hatched area on the map. When this shows up, that basically means 10% or greater chance of significant severe weather. We're talking about EF2 or stronger tornado, wind speeds greater than 75 miles per hour, and hail larger than 2 inches. So we're going to be watching for a lot tomorrow as, again, some of these storms could be very, very intense. Tornado risk is there, damaging wind risk is there, large hail. We will get some heavy rain, but may not see much, if any, sort of flooding potential. But everything else certainly is on the table for tomorrow. Get the latest updates tomorrow morning with meteorologist Ron Young, as well as on our website, KSLA.com. Like Storm Tracker 12 on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. And we talked about the weather app earlier. Make sure you have that downloaded and set up and ready to go tomorrow to track those storms along with us. Nothing on radar right now as we check your forecast tonight. Clouds return, breezy, warm, 67, but otherwise quiet with a south wind at around 10 to 15. Tomorrow around the Arklatex, temperatures are expected to make a climb to near 80 ahead of the storms, with that chance for rain really picking up toward the end of the day and a breezy south wind expected. High temperatures tomorrow, 75 DeQueen, 77 Texarkana and Stamps. Will be near 80 in Center, 79 Carthage, 78 Marshall, Shreveport-Bossier 80 tomorrow, 80 in Natchitoches, 79 tomorrow in Bienville. Here is that first alert 7-day forecast. Again, severe weather alert day tomorrow. Storms come in afternoon, evening, and overnight, and they will all pose a threat for severe weather. Saturday morning, the rain chances wrap early. The story for the weekend, a significant temperature drop. 64 Saturday, 60 Sunday. Look at those overnight lows. Saturday night and Sunday night, upper 30s. We're likely talking about frost potential and maybe even a light freeze in some parts of the Arklatex. Temperatures do bounce back to near 80 again by the middle of next week. You're up to date with the latest 7-day forecast.